Bleh. Bleh.
This tiny brick of noodles may be one of the most successful survival technologies ever invented. Not because it is fancy, because it knows exactly when humans are at their weakest. When you are broke, tired, alone, late, homesick. When you are studying at 2 in the morning with a deadline slowly approaching like a horror movie villain. When your fridge contains half a lemon, one suspicious tomato, and absolutely no plan. Instant noodles look like food, but really, they are a design solution for modern life. A tiny edible technology built for hunger, speed, loneliness, migration, stress, and the very human desire to eat something warm without becoming a fully functioning adult first. The story begins in post-war Japan, a time when food was not nostalgia. Food was survival. People were standing in long lines for ramen, and Momofuku Ando saw a problem that was bigger than dinner. Japan needed something cheap, something filling, something shelf-stable, something fast. So Ando did what every slightly obsessive inventor does. He disappeared into a shed and started arguing with flour. For months, he experimented with noodles, steaming them, seasoning them, drying them, trying to solve a very strange problem. How do you make a bowl of ramen wait patiently on a shelf until a hungry person needs it? Eventually, he found the trick. Steam the noodles, season them, then dry them through flash frying. Later, all you had to do was add hot water, and the noodles came back to life. A magic trick you could eat. In 1958, chicken ramen was born, the world's first instant ramen. But here is the strange part. Instant noodles did not take over the world just because they tasted good. Lots of things taste good. Butter exists, chocolate exists, fresh bread exists, and frankly, it has been showing off for centuries. Instant noodles became global because they solved 5 problems at once: hunger, time, money, storage, and effort. That combination was almost unbeatable. You did not need a chef. You did not need a kitchen. You did not even need much confidence. Just hot water, a few minutes, and the ability to pretend the seasoning packet was a culinary decision. Then, in 1971, Ando made the move that turned noodles into portable infrastructure: cup noodles. The genius was not only the noodles, it was the container. The cup was packaging, pot, bowl, and emotional support object. No kitchen? Fine. No bowl? Fine. No energy to wash dishes? Honestly, same. This is when instant noodles stopped being just a Japanese invention. They became a global format, something you could ship, stack, sell, donate, and eat almost anywhere. In a dorm room, in a university flat, in an office break room, at a railway station, in a tiny apartment where the kitchen is basically a kettle with ambition. And that is why instant noodles spread so fast. They were not trying to be the best meal of your life. They were trying to be there when life gave you no better options. And for millions of people, that was enough. But then something even more interesting happened. The world did what the world always does with food. It made it personal. Every country gave instant noodles a local accent. Japan kept the ramen lineage. South Korea turned ramyun into a spicy, dramatic late-night ritual. The kind of meal that appears in a K-drama exactly when someone is heartbroken, flirting, or somehow both. Indonesia made instant noodles taste like mee goreng. Nigeria turned them into part of everyday family life. The United States made them a dorm room survival cliché. Britain made them work with a kettle, a mug, and the emotional weather of a rainy Tuesday. And across Europe, instant noodles became the kind of cheap, fast, international comfort food that fits perfectly into student kitchens, late-night supermarkets, shared flats, and train station snack runs. In India, instant noodles became something even more emotional. Maggi was not just a snack, it was hostel food, rainy evening food, hill station food, first-time cooking without burning the house down food. It was one of the first things many young people learned to cook badly. Then proudly, then creatively. Egg, cheese, chili, spring onion, hot sauce, leftover chicken, frozen peas that nobody invited but somehow still arrived. A noodle packet became a blank canvas for identity. But the deeper reason instant noodles won is psychological. They offer control when life feels expensive and chaotic. For a few minutes, you know the rules. Boil water, add noodles, add seasoning, wait, stir, eat. That is the whole system. Modern life keeps asking humans to optimize everything: careers, bodies, sleep, side hustles, relationships, skincare, productivity. Your morning routine now needs a morning routine. But instant noodles ask one thing only. Do you have hot water? That is why students love them, workers love them, migrants love them, night shift people love them, people starting over love them. They are not the healthiest symbol of comfort, but comfort does not always arrive wearing a nutrition label. Sometimes it arrives in a crinkly packet at midnight. And now, instant noodles have entered a completely new phase. They are not just emergency food anymore. They are culture. Korean ramyun cafes, DIY ramen bars, convenient store-style noodle counters, anime ramen cravings, K-drama late-night bowls, ramen shops in cities from New York to London to Berlin, and in Indian metros too, where young people are not just eating noodles anymore, they are buying a mood. This is the final twist. A food invented for scarcity became a lifestyle object. A cheap meal became an aesthetic. A survival tool became content. And maybe that is the real story of instant noodles. They spread because they were convenient, but they stayed because they understood us, our hunger, our impatience, our loneliness, our need to feel for 3 minutes that something warm is under control. So the next time you tear open a packet at midnight, remember, you are not just making noodles. You are participating in one of the most successful edible inventions of modern life. A tiny meal shaped by war, invention, migration, capitalism, pop culture, and the fact that humans are very bad at planning dinner. And yes, adding cheese is legally between you and your conscience. If this made you see ordinary things differently, subscribe. That is kind of the whole menu here.
Bah. Bah.